All right, we will now move on to our regular meeting. It being 7 o'clock and Thursday, June the 25th. We have an agenda before us. Any additions or changes, Denise?
No.
Someone please put that one on the floor for me. I'm gonna do that for you, Mr. Mayor. John
I'll second that.
and Rose. Anyone opposed? It is carried. Anyone have a pecuniary interest on anything that we have before us tonight? Seeing none. Our last meeting was on June the 11th. You should have all received a copy of those minutes. Motion to accept them. Linda? Rose?
Yep.
Anyone have any comments or questions on those minutes? You okay, Dale?
Yes, fine, Richard.
All right. No, anybody opposed? Those minutes are carried. No delegations or petitions, so we will move on to our committee reports. And starting off on June the 16th, we had our Office and Administration Committee. And recommendations from that committee are that bylaw 2025-12 being a bylaw to set a new procedural bylaw be given its third reading and duly passed.
Yes, so moved, Councillor Stephen.
Derek and Brian. Comments, questions on that motion?
Just that it's been a long time with the coming, and I'd like to thank staff for the work that they put into it. I think it's going to allow for a lot more openness and transparency to the public, and allowing people to see agendas and information a lot sooner and be able to react. So I'm happy with the new bylaw.
Anyone opposed? It is carried. And we have a recommendation that we pass the following motion. And I'm going to go by the whereas. Whereas the government of Ontario has announced an expansion of the strong mayor power to an additional 169 municipalities effective May the 1st, 2025. And whereas these powers, and whereas municipal government, and whereas there is no evidence, and whereas the Association of Municipal Managers, and whereas democratic principles, now therefore be it resolved, the Council of the Municipality of Central Manitoulin strongly opposes the expansion of strong mayor powers to additional municipalities, including the municipality of Central Manitoulin, and further calls on the government of Ontario to reverse this decision and uphold the traditional balance of municipal governance, and directs the clerk to send a copy of this resolution to the Honorable Rob Flack, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, MPP Bill Rosenberg, the Honorable Premier of Ontario Doug Ford, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, the Association of Municipal Managers, Clerks and Treasurers of Ontario, and to all Ontario municipalities for their consideration and support. And further, that the province be requested to remove the municipality of Central Manitoulin from the strong mere powers legislation.
I'll make that motion.
Thanks, Brian.
Counselor Stevens will second that.
Comments, questions?
I could see where they were going with this legislation in larger municipalities, but in smaller municipalities, I just don't see the need for it, and I don't think most of the northern municipalities see a need for it. I think we do have strong mayors and we have strong councils, and we let them make the decisions. I'm in agreement with this motion.
Any further comments? Well, my only comment is that I don't see too many of us needing it or using it or have abused it in any way, but I'm not opposed to the idea of having it there for an emergency situation or a part of management that gets something done faster and quicker and more efficient. Anyone opposed to this motion? It is carried. And we need to make a donation of $1,500 and then to be given to Al Baptiste from the Arts and Culture budget in support of the Sunset Music Series in Providence Bay.
I'll make that motion.
Brian?
John will second that for you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, John. Comments, questions?
Just that I think this is a worthy cause. It does bring a pile of people in the summertime to our municipality. I think the events are very well attended down in Pearl, and I think it's money well spent.
Well, I've certainly been there a number of times ourselves, and we always enjoy the company and the music, and it's kind of a nice get together point there for Prague. Anyone opposed? It is carried. And we need to accept the year-to-date expense report for the Office and Admin Committee dated May the 31st, 2026.
Make that motion.
A motion, Councillor Scott.
Thanks, Dale. And Linda. Any comments or questions on that motion? Anyone opposed? It is carried. And we will move on to our Safety, Security and Health Committee meeting, which was on June the 16th. And we need to support the following resolution letter from the town of Plumpton, Wyoming, which is down in southwestern Ontario. And whereas municipal fire services in Ontario operate under legislation, authority established by the province through statutes, regulations, codes, prescriptions, and governance training, equipment, certification, inspection, and operational requirements. And whereas municipalities are responsible for implementing and maintaining compliance with these provincial mandated requirements, primarily through local property taxation. And whereas current provincial fire service grant programs are available to both full competitive application processes that may not fully reflect the differing financial and administrative capacity of urban and rural municipalities, highlighting the need for a more balanced approach to funding that supports all fire services equitably. And whereas, and whereas, and whereas, and whereas, whereas. Now therefore, be it resolved that the council of the town of Plumpton, Wyoming respectfully calls for the province of the programs into the permanent, stable and predictable, non-competitive provincial funding program that support municipalities in meeting provincial legislated fire protection requirements. And further, that this funding be structured to provide equitable and predictable annual support for operational readiness and training costs associated with the volunteer, composite, and full-time department areas of Ontario. And further, that the annual value of this funding be reviewed and adjusted to more appropriate reflect the levels of provincial funding support currently provided to other provincial regulated emergencies such as police and paramedic services. And then there's a whole list of people that it should be sent to. And finishes off with the Honorable Doug Ford, our premier.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make this motion with the condition that we change it from the town of Python, Wyoming to the municipality of Central Manitoulin and put in our local MPs and we've done for it. We're supporting a motion that I think we should be sending ourselves, and I'd rather put our name to it and send it because we fall under this. We had to add an extra 60,000 to our budget this year just for fire training. And I think we're projecting about 100,000 for next year for fire training because the government has changed the guidelines and the certification. So I do think that if they're going to change the guidelines and certifications that we need, that we have to pay for, they should be putting some funds up. So if we could switch that to Central Manitoulin, I'll make the motion.
Just want clarification if I can. Denise, did we increase our budget by $60,000 this year?
For training, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, Phil will be here later, so you can verify that with him, but yeah, we had to train all of the, volunteer force under the, exterior attack, requirements.
Yeah, and we only got half of them done.
Mr. Mayor, out of our budget, he asked for that and he asked for a truck. We didn't give him the truck, but we gave him.
Well, that's what we call compromise.
Yeah.
Yes, the compromise.
But that new certification is all new.
Yeah.
They just put it out there and they have to have it, so.
I will second the motion.
Well, I just wanted to verify that so that we were.
I will second the motion.
All right, so Derek and
Sorry, you second the motion with the changes as recommended by Derek. Okay.
Yep.
Derek and Brian with changes as discussed.
Mr. Chair, I do agree with Councillor Stevens on all points. The government or provincial government's mandating that we train our firefighters a lot more, but they're not giving us any money to do it. So falls back on the municipality if we don't force for, more money.
Well, nothing wrong with asking. Any other thoughts or comments on this motion?
Back in the days when I was on an unincorporated municipality, the government had changed all the requirements and everything, but the fire marshal's office came and did all the training. They paid for it. We didn't have to. They put on courses and would pay you to go, pay for your hotel, pay for your meals and everything to take the training in Sudbury and in North Bay. So the government is used to paying for it. It's just now they're not. So just an idea.
Anything further on that subject? Anyone opposed to this motion? Okay. And we need a motion to support the following resolution letter from the Northeast Manitoulin and the Islands Resolution 133-06-2026 regarding research identifying that Ontario hospitals are underfunded by the government of Ontario. And whereas the Canadian Centre of Policy Alternatives has conducted research which unequivocally identifies that Ontario hospitals are underfunded by the government of Ontario. And whereas the study Failure by Design clearly identifies that smaller and rural hospitals are disproportionately disadvantaged by the underfunding. And whereas, as a direct result of the underfunding emergency department, wait times for an initial physical assessment have increased to 4.5 hours in 24-25 from 2.7 hours in 2020. And whereas 90% patients spend an average of 44 hours in the emergency department waiting to be admitted when further care is required. And whereas the provincial government increased total health care spending from 7.4% of GDP in 24 to 7.6% of GDP by 2023, which did not even keep pace with rising health care costs. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the Town of Northeastern Manitoulin and the Islands request that the province of Ontario provide immediate and sustained funding to improve hospitals, finances, and capacity, which, as per the recommendations of the study, would require an immediate injection of 3.2 billion, the B, supported by annual increases of 6% per year thereafter.
So moved on.
I'll second that. Mayor,
Derek and Rose. Pretty scary numbers, I have to admit. And you probably see this in what you're dealing with our safety and security and hospital needs. Any, no, go ahead, Brian.
I'm just wondering if we should have, municipality of Central Manitoulin in this motion too. The Northeast Manitoulin has a hospital, but we also have a hospital here that, requires, just as much funding. So even though they're same board, but, it seems to be that squeaky wheel may get the grease, so more than one squeaky wheel. Putting this motion in, or supporting this motion, they might just look a little different.
We're just stealing somebody's motion there, Brian.
Just add our name to it, along with it.
One thing I do see here, Eric, it doesn't seem to have the add-ons of who to send it to.
No.
Should that, be something you wanna consider?
Well, I think we should be sending it to Doug Ford and our local fees and that. Probably Minister of Health, sure. And I don't have a problem with adding Central Manitoulin, municipality of Central Manitoulin to the names here. Do you, Rose?
No, but it's already included in the northeastern Manitoulin and the islands.
Yeah.
So it's the catch-all. But I don't care, doesn't matter.
Well, we'll just,
You saying you just wanna mirror this same way we've done the other one by changing the names in this to Central Manitoulin?
we just accept it, and
Yep.
add a bit to it,
Okay.
change it to Central Manitoulin
Okay.
and add who it consent to.
I mean, we know that our hospital is underfunded, understaffed, so, there is a problem. Just ask people waiting for surgeries and stuff and wait times, holy jumping.
Any other comments? Anyone opposed? That motion is carried. And we need to accept the year-to-date revenue and expense report ending May the 31st, 26 for the whatever expense.
Office and.
Office and-
No, safe security, oh, sorry,
Oh, SSH.
yes.
Add that piece. Linda
I'll second it.
and Rose. Comments? Questions on that report? Anyone opposed? It is carried. Okay, finance and economic development on June the 18th. And these are the recommendations. That bylaw 2026-14, which is a draft bylaw to regulate recreational trailers and vehicles, be given its third reading and be duly passed with minor wording changes as discussed.
I will make that motion.
Sure. Brian,
John will second that before you, Mr. Mayor.
guys. Comments, questions on that motion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Dale speaking.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Dale.
I unfortunately couldn't make that meeting, and I'm just wondering maybe a highlight of what those minor wording changes were that were discussed.
They were so minor, none of us seem to be remembering what they were, Dale.
Wasn't there
Okay.
an inclusion of the definition?
I think it was just minor, like a definition or a
Clerical.
wording or clerical or. There was no major changes. Anybody have a copy of it by chance? We'll dig up
No,
whatever changes there were, Dale.
yeah, that's fine. Maybe I can just
Watch the
email it.
video.
Yeah,
That's right.
You get it right from the horse's mouth that way.
thank you.
Any other comments, Dale or Derek?
Yeah, there were quite a few letters that came in on this bylaw on different ways to change it, different fee structures, different everything. And I don't think any of that has been given consideration. And once again, we're forcing this bylaw through. We ask for public comment and then ignore it. And, I can't support it.
Brian?
At that meeting, we went through every letter and every concern. I don't think you were in attendance that night.
No, but I watched the meeting.
But, it was all basically this, they were asking for the same thing in a roundabout way. And most of it was to do with just, fees and, how many trailers you could have on your property at one time. So, other than that, there was nothing major. As far as
The one thing that I do remember coming out was the fact that we realized that no matter what the motion is and what the bylaw is, there is room for amending and changes as we move along. So it's not, it's like we said earlier tonight, it's not cast in stone. It's a working arrangement, and we have to start somewhere. So, and just to kind of follow up on what Derek said there too, it's always difficult when you ask for comments from the public and they take the time and the effort to proceed to provide you with it. And that doesn't mean because it's been provided that it's the best solution. It's their thoughts and it affects what they're wanting to have done in their instance. And that's good. That gives us a wider scope to reconsider. But if it doesn't have any improvement to what we've already put forward, then there isn't going to be a need for a change.
And as well, this isn't a brand new bylaw.
Oh, I
This
realize
is
that,
just a amending of the existing.
but that being said, if you ask for public comment and the public gives you the comment, and we're supposed to represent the public, then I think you really should take the comments seriously. You know, they wanted stuff like, special event, family reunion, how many trailers could they have on their property? I could see a subsection going in about that. Like, if they're asking, if the public's asking, who are we to say, no, you have to do this? We ask them for comment and then we don't listen to it. We go, no, this is the way we're keeping it. And so at least work with the public, I think.
Any other thoughts? I certainly listen when somebody says something, but if it doesn't need to be changed, then we can work with that too.
Mr. Mayor, that's why we have staff. And they're the front line.
Staff can't change it when we made it law.
Anything further? Anyone opposed?
I'm
Derek?
opposed.
It is carried. See, I took your comment and I still carried it. Now, we have a motion to be recommended that the shoreline stairs located at Lot 3, Twin Harbor Road, Spring Bay, be allowed to remain, provided that a building permit be obtained, the stairs be brought up to meet building code standards, and that a hold harmless agreement be signed.
Motion.
Rose?
Yep.
And
Second,
Dale,
Dale, second. Yep.
comments, questions? I think this was basically what they asked for, and we're allowing it to proceed as long as it's meeting the requirements of our standards. Anyone opposed? It is carried. And we need a motion that at this time, the municipality does not object to the information provided in a zoning proposal for undersized buildings in part one, plan 31R-2047.
Make that motion.
Brian
And I'll second that for you, Mr. Mayor.
and John. Do you have any recollection what we meant by undersized buildings, Denise?
I believe the request was for a platform
With a
and
monkey.
with the bunkies kind of thing, yeah.
Well,
If I'm
that's
not
right.
mistaken, right, Teresa?
Not sure which one.
Also platform with two little bunkies on the platform, I think.
Kind of a total, they use the total square footage of the two bunkies as to meeting the requirements of the standard.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with.
Okay, maybe it didn't, would it have gone through the planning board?
Maybe not yet. Mr. Mayor.
Well, I think that they were looking
Just
for
looking for information.
Yeah, okay.
information as to whether the municipality would object to it before
Okay,
he proceeded. Yeah,
so it's still to come, I guess, Teresa, then.
Okay.
I'm happy to answer questions to the council if you have anything on this matter.
Well, we're not open to the public right now.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else on this motion? Anyone opposed?
Our building inspector spoke to it, he was in agreement with it.
Yeah. So that motion is carried. We need to approve the check register for the month of May 2026 in the amount of $683,262.85. Linda,
Second
I can
then,
give you that motion or second.
got Rose first, Dale.
Fine.
Any comments or questions on spending $683,000?
It was a light month.
it's under $1 million. It's under $1 million, Brian, you should be happy about that.
You had one for $1.5 million there, 1 month there, didn't you, Brian? So, anybody opposed? That motion is carried. And we need to approve the year-to-date financial report ending May the 31st, 2026 for the Finance and Economic Development Committee. Rose? Brian?
Yes.
Comments, questions? Anyone opposed? It is carried. Okay. We now need to go in camera. Teresa, thank you for your input and attendance here to help us through the process there.
Council, going to recommend a motion of sorts for the natural heritage system, kind of hoping that you would have some resolution to the effect that you were okay with the previous bylaw, or you didn't like the natural, like I was really looking for a motion tonight.
Well, I don't think,
Not gonna get that, eh?
don't think that we need to leave you going empty-handed there. Let's take this one down to new business, Denise. And
okay.
Mayor, has the public had a chance to input
Mhm.
for this from this document?
Yeah.
well, we've done all our due diligence on this process.
It's been advertised for months on the website, on the door. There has been no, written comments. We've had our public meeting now, so any motion can be made now, yes.
So what you suggest the motion be, Denise?
Would you prefer just to do it as a brand new motion?
It's up to you, I just,
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking if
think
you,
it's
if you
new.
passed a motion in 2023 already, you could just say that that motion stands, or you could rescind that one in favor of the new one for the same thing. It doesn't matter which way you do
But
it.
this is new because the other one approved the original. Then we tried to amend it, not the one that failed. So this is kind of, do you not want a motion that repeals the other one? And then
It's the same.
it's the exact same wording.
It's exactly the same, that official plan.
As the
amendment,
original?
Exactly the same that you passed in 2023. We have
So-
changed a word in it.
So let's just reconfirm the motion that was passed in 2016, you said?
2023.
Oh, 2023, okay.
We have a bylaw number 2023-09 on March 9, 2023. It's exactly the same, we haven't changed anything.
Okay, so you just want the council reconfirms their support of natural heritage strategy as passed in bylaw 2023-09.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, somebody like to make that motion?
I will.
Brian
I'll second it.
and Rose,
There we go.
any further comments?
I will just make one comment with your recommendation, Dale.
Yes.
About, the wording in there, when the municipalities, when I gather all that package together, it will go to the Manitoulin Planning Board for adoption. And I will make a recommendation to that, so I may send you an email with some suggested wording. But when it gets to the planning board meeting to actually adopt it and send it on, I will take that into consideration.
Okay,
Your
thank you very
comments
much.
will be heard. So if there is a change, it will be changed at the planning board meeting before we send it to the minister.
Thank you.
So reconfirmation. And we have Brian and Rose.
Yep.
Any further comments? Anyone opposed? It is carried.
Thank you, that makes my job a little easier.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it, I just I thought it was,
Well, otherwise.
Well-
I'll wait another month.
no, that's
Two
good.
months is wrong.
Yeah, that's right, you don't, oh, thank goodness. Okay, thank you very much.
You would have just been sitting there
I
twiddling your thumbs.
wondered with that final, wondering when I was gonna get it on, yeah. I'm hopeful, we'll still have 6 more to go.
No, thanks, Teresa.
Thank you, good
Motion to
night.
go in camera?
Yeah, well, motion to go in camera, Linda. And John,
Okay, just
Motion of the court.
Larry.
see if anybody else is waiting there. No, there's
Second.
nobody waiting.
That for you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Derek,
Who was the firster?
Derek.
So Derek and Dale.
Dale.
Yeah.
And then the motion, the clerk and the party for Stephen discussed in camera. Thank you. And for Rose?
You gotta give that.
Oh, great. Sorry. Did you make that motion? Rose?
Sure.
Second.
What did you make the motion for?
I don't know.
Temporary determination, proceed with items as discussed again.
Yes, thank you, Derek.
I thought I had Derek and, oh, that was Dale and Derek.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Now I need a confirmation bylaw, guys.
Make that motion.
Brian. And John. Thank you. Now I'll take an adjournment. John
Sure,
Yes.
I can do that.
and Dave. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Bill.
Your calls are recording it down.
See you.
Brian.
That's that.
That's your call. Before you come back.